I guess first tell us about your shirt, like specifically.
Oh,
Repping Aaliyah?
yeah, just a big day for Aaliyah, you know. Just really happy with where she is and what she's done her last few games. I mean, she's just found confidence and just like where she is, and she's taking, just taking ownership, and that's what I needed her to do.
Did you talk to Michaela? 15 minutes ago? Just what was that conversation? What were you guys talking about?
Oh, just basketball talk, life talk, just catching up.
What kind of progress have you seen from Lexie recently, closing with her 2 games ago? How important has that been for you personally in building out her?
Yeah, Lexie, we've spent a lot of time watching video with her. You know, she's one of our best defenders, and we really talked a lot about her discipline, her defensive discipline. And sometimes, like, she's just so anxious, she will gamble on some things and just puts us in a bad situation. And so she's really recognized that, really put work in on that, and I'm really proud of where she is and understanding what we're asking her to do is get that whoever that best opposing team's offensive player is and keep them in front of her.
Have you felt her confidence change at all as some shots have gone down for her in this last stretch?
Yeah, I mean, I think she's taking the shots that she's supposed to take. She's not, she gets those wide open looks, the defense is collapsing, she's knocking them down.
Temmie was getting some shots out, working in practice. Just how close is she to coming back?
Yeah, I don't know how close she is, but just to have her out there and to have her voice and her leadership, it's just huge for us. And it just gives you a sense of hope that it's going to be sooner than later.
Have you sensed a vibe change in these practices with 4 out of 6 wins or anything? I remember you mentioned after the Sparks game that winning can change how this all feels for you guys.
Yeah, we just keep talking about us. Like, we've just got to keep getting better. That's what it's about. Finding ways, watch the game against Chicago. How can we get better? For us, if we just keep getting better, making it about us, success will follow. That's what I just keep telling them.
We talk a lot about player development, especially in a group like this, but how do you feel like you develop as a head coach for this group?
Just this whole season has just been completely different than anything I've ever, even as an assistant or a head coach. I mean, I've been a part of the Elena Deladon draft in Chicago, so that was a big draft, but this was just different. So we're just like managing it, trying to along the way figure it out, but keep it about us. And that's been that schedule didn't help, but just trying to keep it about us, keep it about our team and how to get better.
With as much as you've been talking about defense and moving that way, how much has Lexie kind of been a catalyst for that end of the floor in particular, in addition to just playing hard and those little intangibles that you always need?
Yeah, well, that's what you're going to get. You said the word intangibles. That's who Lexie Hull is. In the game against Atlanta, we kind of had a team record of the dribble penetrations. Like, we didn't give up as many dribble penetrations. Chicago, we had too many, so that's something we focused on today at practice, just being able to keep our man in front. That's huge because that puts our posts in bad situations and gives up some fouls that we don't want to give, and then some room. That means we have to protect the rim. So, got to get back to keeping our man in front, body in front of body is what we talk about.
And then with Katie Lou, how much have you just kind of seen her grow more comfortable in this role and herself as the different circumstances?
Yeah, we keep talking about her. She's had to get her feet back under. I mean, she hadn't played and had a baby 10 and a half months ago. So, she's getting her rhythm. I mean, she's been 3 out of 4 the last couple games. So, she just keeps getting better every game.
I think when you played Washington last year, you made some comments pre-game about emphasizing how Sykes is a relentless attacker and how she's going to continue to attack the rim. She wasn't available last one. I think she might be healthy for this go-around. Is that a similar message? And this is a different Washington team as well than the one you played a week and a half ago.
Yeah, you add Sykes to that, and it changes. I mean, she's able to get downhill, and when that happens, the defense collapses, and they've got great shooters around her. So it's going to be containing her, keeping her in front. It's just going to be a huge part of getting those stops.
What was the game last week, making some shots recently? How would you describe your confidence level right now at this point in the season?
It's this season's been so interesting, just trying to stay ready and do whatever is asked of me on each night, and every night is different. So I think for me, I'm getting extra reps, staying ready, and whenever I get those minutes, I'm just trying to make the most out of them.
Christie talked about working and looking at film with you on defense and not gambling. How has that, how have you grown from those moments? And in games, is that very natural for you to think about it? How does that all come to pass for you?
I mean, it's a huge focus. I still have a long ways to grow, and even from last game, I think they were happy with my defensive performance, and I'm watching and I gambled some of these times, and I just got lucky. So I think, it's every game, watching them and trying to learn from every possession.
How much of the feel of the team has just changed because of the wins here in the last couple of weeks, and maybe because of some of the team bonding as well with the team dinner, jubilation stuff that ordinarily you do a couple months ago?
Yeah, I mean, winning is fun. So I think that gets everyone happy and excited going into the locker room, but also we've had a chance to breathe after that tough stretch of games, and just getting days off, days where we got to spend time together outside of the basketball court is huge just for building our chemistry on the court.
When you and Katie Lou are out there in particular trying to, it seems like you guys have really locked into what exactly that second unit needs from you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I mean, she's great, and I know that she's a more veteran player on our team, and she brings that experience for us. It's such a young group, and you know what you're getting out of her, and we just feed off of that for sure.
When you're out there with Caitlin, how much do you know? Just get to the corner, that shot's probably going to be there quite often.
Yep, yeah, she can find you. She can find you in times where you don't really know it's even coming. So it's exciting and it's fun to play with her, and I think we're building that chemistry every game.
How do you and the team sort of strike a balance between knowing there's an opportunity to host, Washington, a 2-win team, while also not overlooking any opponent?
I think we're taking every game very, very seriously. And every game, every team's a little bit different. So Washington's different than Chicago, so figuring out, what those matchups look like, how we need to play defense a little differently, and being able to host them at home is always fun, so we're excited for our game tomorrow.